Hello, everyone, and welcome to a preview of the AFC Championship game. So this one is going to be great. Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson, and the Chiefs versus the Ravens. Just been, kind of a regular season rivalry so far, but now obviously they get to take it to the postseason. I believe this is the first time these two teams, their current forms have met in the postseason. So, or ever, I don't know. I can't speak to ever, but well, anyway, so let's first look at the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously coached by Andy Reid, who has just a little experience in coaching in championship games. Obviously, he's only coached in like 11 of them. But there's that. Obviously, at quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. He has just been, he's been great this postseason. 40 of 64 for 477 yards, three touchdowns, and obviously most of those incompletions were from the below zero game. So kind of have to take some of that with a grain of salt there. At running back is Isaiah Pacheco. He is questionable, but he did participate in a walkthrough Thursday, and he himself believes that he will play Sunday. So, yeah, he should be. So, kind of says he'd be ready to go. He has 39 carries for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, if he isn't, probably you'll see more carries from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. For the Chiefs, in the air this season, obviously, this postseason, it's obviously been Rashad Rice and Travis Kelce have been, Mahomes' go-to guys. Rice has 12 receptions for 177 yards and a touchdown, while Kelce has 12 receptions for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Chiefs defense, which, I was thinking of, looking back on it this year a lot, and they've just carried this team when the offense has been kind of, having problems. And, this postseason, the offense has kind of jumped up and, but even the defense has made some good stops. Obviously, they stopped that Buffalo drive that looked like it was going straight to the end zone that eventually resulted in the missed field goal that won them the game. So, yeah, but in total, the Chiefs gave up 17.3 points per game and 310.4 yards of total offense per game in the regular season. Now let's go ahead and turn our attention to the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh is coaching in his 4th AFC Championship game, and the first since they won the Super Bowl, which, again, I found that kind of weird, but I guess it makes sense. They've kind of, ever since then, they've kind of had some, bad playoff experiences. But anyway, at quarterbacks, the one and only Lamar Jackson. He had just an incredible MVP season. And last week against the Texans, he was great again. He didn't put up that great of numbers, but, just if you watched him, it was, he was 16 for 22 for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he also had an even 100 yards rushing and another 2 touchdowns on the ground. So responsible for 4 touchdowns. Pretty good. Running back Justin Hill and Gus Edwards will be the 2 guys. Obviously, Edwards and them, obviously those 2 have been carrying the team rushing wise this season, and mostly Edwards been the main guy, but kind of this last week it was Hill kind of taking over. But Hill had 13 carries for 66 yards, while Edwards had 10 carries for 40 yards. In the air, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Isaiah Likely were the big threats. Flowers had 4 receptions for 41 yards. Bateman had 3 receptions for 39 yards, and Likely had 2 receptions for 34 yards and a touchdown. And the Ravens will also be getting back a huge weapon, obviously, which has been in the past. One of Lamar's favorites is Mark Andrews. He will be, he has been taken off IR and he's ready to go to play in this game. So, although in limited action, he will be another threat for the Ravens. The defense, in limited action, I assume he'll be, he's probably not 100%, but, hey, having him out there just to be a threat is just another thing the Chiefs have to deal with. On defense, the defense, the Ravens, of course, they're going to have a great defense. That's been a constant throughout, since they moved from, Cleveland. They have a 16.5, they give up 16.5 points per game and 328.1 yards of total offense. Yeah. And so this game will be in M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, obviously home of the Baltimore Ravens, and it is a 3 p.m. kickoff on CBS tomorrow, January 28th on CBS. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.